Hello and welcome to Take 3 with PT. This is a YouTube series where I take 3 minutes to answer a theological or practical question as it relates to the Christian life. Today's question is, what does it mean to be created in the image of God? That's an idea that comes to us at the beginning of the Bible in Genesis chapter 1. And this idea actually carries past the fall. Genesis chapter 5, 9, James chapter 3 all reference the fact that we as human beings are created in the image of God. It was true back then. It's true today. Here's what God says in Genesis chapter 1. Let us make man in our image according to our likeness. Let them rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. And then it says God blessed them. He wanted them to be fruitful and multiply. And again, he reiterated that idea to rule and subdue. So what does it mean to be created in the image of God? Well, theologians will give you usually 3 major answers, sometimes 4 or 5, and they like to land on one of those as the key thing. And I'm going to suggest that they interrelate. I think all of them have some truth to them. The first is being created in the image of God means that we have rational capacity. My cat, my ferret don't do a lot of reasoning. They grab something and they hide it away. They're hungry all the time, but they're not thinking, I wonder what the weather is going to be like. And is the stock market going to rebound in a V shape? They don't have the rational capacities that we have. That's part of being created in the image of God. We have more than survival instinct. Second, we have the ability to relate. So the triune God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, who have always been in relationship since before creation, whoa, that's mind-blowing, they created us to have relationship like they do. And so we can relate to God in a special way, but we can also relate to others. And you see this in Genesis chapter 2 and chapter 3. Adam is walking in the garden. He's able to talk and meet with God, but he's alone, so God creates a helper that's suitable to him, that's equal to him. And so Adam and Eve relate, God and Adam and Eve relate, and humans have this capacity to relate to God and to relate to others. That's a special part of being created in the image of God. And thirdly, it says that we are to rule and we are to subdue, we are to tend, we are to care. God put mankind on this planet, created specially to bear his image, to do what only he can do, which is to rule and to subdue. This is why there's something in all of us that wants to take control of things. That's a part of our God-given nature. There's something in us that's creative. We want to make things. We want to make things right. That's part of our God-given nature. We want to make sure that the environment's cared for. That's part of our God-given nature, to rule and to subdue. That's something God gave us. That means when we bear his image, we're supposed to act with a certain sort of healthy power over things. Now, what are the implications of this? The main thing is every single person you meet bears the image of God. Because God made us to bear his image, every single person deserves dignity and care. So racism, sexism, those should be abolished. This is what it means to be created in the image of God.